Traditionally, the church celebrates Epiphany 12 days after the birth of Christ, but in recent decades, the church, especially in America, has transferred the feast to Sunday. So we'll be celebrating it on January 8th this year. And there's so much that we could say about our celebration of Epiphany. And maybe even, I think the word Epiphany almost has baggage for us because, it's taken on that kind of common understanding that, I had an epiphany. I figured this out. Well, it's not so much that you figured it out, it's that it was revealed to you. That's really more so the definition of Epiphany, especially in the context of what we celebrate. So real quick, in the scriptures, we hear the prophecy of kings from all over the earth coming to worship the one true king in Bethlehem. And you take all these things together and we get the understanding of the three kings from these prophecies and the Psalms, and the tradition of what they brought to him from these scriptures themselves. So if you go back and comb them particularly well, you'll find, the three kings, from the east, and the gold, the frankincense, and the myrrh. So you've got all that. There's all sorts of things we can find in the scriptures about, prophecies of this star and of this ruler being born in Bethlehem, to the point that, some of this stuff actually occurred even in extra biblical literature. So non-Christians from other areas of the world were actually looking for this king who was to rule, the whole world. So, this is in the minds of many of the learned individuals from other places. So you've got that, and then you have this, pseudo-supernatural event of this star in the sky, and we're left to, wonder what exactly it was. Well, the interesting thing is there are kind of astronomical records that indicate that there was some event in the sky around the time of the birth of Jesus that would have been, something that would have drawn the attention of people who, were watching these prophecies. It would have drawn the attention of people who were watching the night sky, and maybe even would have drawn these three wise men, these three magi to the birth of Jesus. So, they come along the way and they bring their gold, their frankincense, and their myrrh, and gold recognizing the kingship of Jesus, the frankincense representing his divinity, and the myrrh, preparing for his burial, sort of, prophetic, gifts that they bring to him. But, the interesting thing, and this is one of, the turning points of the world, Jesus was meant to, Judaism and especially Christianity is meant to bring God to the Gentiles. And here you have these magi, these men from the east. They're not Israelites, and they come before the Lord and they prostrate themselves before him. That's literally what the scriptures say. They lay down their lives before him, plant their faces on the ground, and give their lives to him. God himself is revealed to the whole world, beginning today, and the world begins to respond in worship to him in this revelation of God here in this manger. So, we can go on and on with a lot of these different points, but that's just a quick smattering of the things that are going on here in this celebration, and an opportunity for us to draw near to God and allow him to be a light in our own hearts, that we might, be a star of sorts, that we might be the revelation of God in the lives of other people, draw them to worship before the Lord, even as we lay down our lives before him as well.